Looking good and feeling good go hand in hand. If you have a healthy lifestyle, your diet and nutrition are set, and you're working out, you're going to feel good. I'm enthusiastic and ambitious, and I work hard. I've come from nowhere, and I'm not shy to go back. Your body is like a piece of dynamite. You can tap it with a pencil all day, but you'll never make it explode. You hit it once with a hammer. Bang! Get serious. Do 40 hard minutes, not an hour and a half of nonsense. It's so much more rewarding. I'm certainly not Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt. There is something about yourself that you don't know. Do 40 hard minutes, not an hour and a half of nonsense. Once you expose your private life, if you give one little bit, the floodgates are open and everyone's got a free range for you. I love to get behind the wheel and get competitive. Every sequel needs to be bigger and better. The fight training was very extensive, a lot of stretching, a lot of coordination of balance exercises. It was a great experience, to travel the world and compete at a certain level. It teaches you discipline, focus, and certainly keeps you out of trouble. I'm used to being efficient and a guy that can do more than the average guy can. I like to relax, spend it with people that I've grown up with, or people that I care about, and just relax. Sit around doing nothing or sitting on a beach. I just gravitate to those more testosterone-filled sort of parts than me playing something a bit more fairy-like. I love Tony Jaa. He's one of the best and most capable martial arts stuntmen in the world. I'm more into MMA than any other sport. I watch a lot of the UFC fights. I have since it first came onto the scene. People like to pigeonhole you. I used to play a lot of racket sports, tennis, and squash. Sometimes there are people who don't know how to make action movies, and that situation isn't a good one. And if people come up and say they like the movies you're in, it's a great compliment. I've never been one to run around in Speedos on the beach. I'd love to do a comedy. I'd love to do a two-hander like the old Lethal Weapon movies. I love those, like an action comedy with the straight man and the funny man. I'd love to do one of those. Just got to find one. Find a funny man that wants to do one with me. I'm prepared to take risks, and every movie that I do is a risk. No one knows what the movie is going to turn out like. My father used to run auctions. He's now a singer in the Canary Islands. I think we're all sensitive. Everyone has a certain way about themselves that people don't like to let their emotions out too often. I think people tend to suppress them and hold them in. So I think there's a bit of that in me. Muscle men grow on trees. They can tense their muscles and look good in a mirror. So what? I'm interested in practical strength that's going to help me run, jump, twist, punch. When I go to the cinema, I watch all different kinds of films. A kid is something precious, and you want to protect it and keep it fun. I'm not a dad, but I've seen people and how they behave with their kids. Some of my favorite movies are action movies. You want something good to say. That comes from good writing. But writing is not a skill I possess, unfortunately. I'm not as big a soccer fan as people might imagine, being British. The insurance of working with a big, already successful franchise just gives you the chance to do other things on a more personal level. I'm not fixed in any genre. I love all kinds of films. The essential thing is, you have to have good material. If you have the filmmaker and the material and the script is good, you can start from there. You ain't ever gonna get an Academy Award for doing Crank, and you certainly won't for doing all the other movies I've done. If you've got a good imagination, a lot of confidence, and you kind of know what you are saying, then you might be able to do it. I know a lot of colorful characters at home that would make great actors. I suppose that's the European way, dangerous and hairy. Jet was very busy. I've been inspired by a lot of his movies. Well, I'm used to rubbing shoulders with crooks and criminals. I like fashion. My mom was a dressmaker, believe it or not. So the consequence of that was that all my clothes were homemade, and I looked like a terrible mess until I was old enough to buy my own. But I love good tailoring. It's not like I'm dying to do work that's taken seriously, and I'm not looking to become a thespian. It's not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking to do quality work. Action comedy, if you can get it right, it is, for me, a particularly brilliant genre. It really is. One of the toughest guys in the world is Randy Couture. He is the true epitome of what a tough guy is. I should never go with rumors because they're often not correct. I know, a lot of the films I've done, it's obvious I'm going to beat up 6 guys and just walk out the door. There's not a lot of motivating factors. It's just action for the sake of action. Look at someone like Edward Norton, a truly phenomenal actor. He's definitely went to school and trained. Guy Ritchie, he thinks going to drama school is the worst thing in the world. I've been unfortunate enough to be working and recovering from a few injuries now and again. A lot of actors are frustrated because they want to do things that are different and test themselves. Character actors are always looking for something the opposite of what they did. People take chances every now and then, and you don't want to disappoint them. It's street theater. You have to make it entertaining so people don't get bored and walk away. If you want to make noise, learn to strike, not to scream. Strength isn't shown in silence. It's shown when you act without permission. The grind doesn't ask if you're tired. It just waits. Keep your hands ready and your mind quiet. That's survival. Polish a lie all you want. It's still a lie. If the road looks easy, you're probably walking in circles. Don't count the punches. Deliver the ones that matter. Anyone can wear a suit. Not everyone can carry a scar. Fear is the best trainer, if you know when to fight it. Pain teaches what comfort hides. You earn respect with your fists closed and your mouth shut. A storm doesn't need words to be understood. Fast talking won't beat fast thinking. I'd rather sweat now than bleed later. A man's worth isn't in his victories, but in the fights he chose. The ones who bark the most are rarely the ones who bite. Your name means nothing if your actions mean nothing. Bravery isn't the absence of fear. It's doing it scared. You don't rise by stepping over others. You rise by lifting your weight. A clean hit is louder than 1,000 threats. Steel doesn't boast, it just holds when it counts. Winners train, talkers type. If you flinch at the first blow, you never trained right. Keep your mind sharp and your ego dull. Scars are memories with teeth. If you wait for luck, you'll lose to preparation. Real power doesn't shout, it steps forward. Hesitation writes checks that pain will cash. The fight starts when you think you're finished. You can fake strength, but you can't fake endurance. Time favors the one who respects every second. A clear mind hits harder than strong arms. Loyalty isn't loud. It's proven in silence. When the lights go out, your choices stay lit. Regret is the bruise that doesn't heal. Speed fades. Discipline doesn't. Sweat cleans deeper than water ever will. Your next move is your only move. Noise impresses crowds. Silence impresses danger. Learn to breathe when the pressure's choking you. If you're walking away, make sure it's on your terms. Be the calm in the room full of fire. Skill is silent. Ego yells. Don't chase applause. Chase precision. A heavy hand means nothing without control. You don't need to be loud to be known. Fate loves the prepared fighter. Weakness hides in the details you ignore. Confidence isn't shown in the mirror, it's proven in battle. End the day with more strength than you started.